everybody, thank you for watching. Something had just come in the mail for me. And I want to be able to show everybody because I am super proud of it. And I want to also point out how important it is to be proud of yourself. When you've accomplished something, it all has to do with the self-love. So when you look at something that you've worked very, very hard for and put in years and years and years of work, it is perfectly okay and recommended highly to be proud of yourself. Celebrate. You know, show gratitude. Look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself how awesome it is and how awesome you are for doing it. Because it isn't through receiving love that raises our frequencies. It is through loving yourself that raises your frequency. You often hear a lot of people say, well, nobody loves me. I don't have anybody who loves me, and they're down and depressed, and they say, you know, that's why they can't get their frequencies up. When in all actuality, it doesn't matter if the whole world loved you or no one loved you. What matters is that you love you. Because when somebody else loves you, they are actually feeling the love towards you. So they actually are receiving that vibration. Not you, them. And it is when you are giving love to somebody or yourself, most importantly, that you are receiving that vibration and raising your own frequency. You're aligning more with love. So that's really, really, really important that you learn to love yourself. So, here we go. Now again, this means the absolute world to me. I've worked so hard so yeah, that is truly, truly a great accomplishment. So I'm really, really proud of myself. I couldn't say it enough. So when I originally got on and told everybody about, you know, tangible changes, becoming accredited, and what my spirit guide was pushing me in the direction to do or to feel or whatnot, because for a long time prior, I was getting a lot of from the universe, you know, from my guide telling me and pushing me in the direction of school. And I'm telling myself, like, it just doesn't make any sense. Because once again, I'm not one of those people who go to school and, like, I just do not absorb book knowledge like other people. And it's not like I'm dumb or anything like that, because, you know, I'm extremely intelligent. However, when I was younger, I used to feel like that because, damn, I would spend so much time, you know, studying, and boom, F. And I'm like, what the, you know? But as I got older, I realized through my guide and whatnot, and there was a point in time in my life where my guide pretty much told me that, and this guide actually has gone, was around for a certain part of my time, and I really miss working with the energy of that guide. So if you see me getting all, emotional, whew, I'm cool. But had told me that, you have a purpose in this life, that you have worked incredibly hard in past lives and have grown wise throughout your many lives, and the spot in the life that you're going to be in as you get older, it's going to be challenging. It's going to be chaotic. It's going to be hard, and it's going to make you want to, throw in the towel. But remember that it's all for a reason. So all through, my growth, when horrible fucking things would happen, and I've always been a very peaceful person. So it's not, I'm telling you, and I preach it all the time, so I'm positive it's not something I was attracting through, being an asshole, because no. I am a very loving, kind person, and so it didn't make sense to me. But every time something horribly bad, and I'm not talking something small, you know what I mean? I'm talking some massive problems, would happen to me, I would hear that voice again tell me it's all for a purpose. And as I started to get into, reading cards more and following my divine path, the hierophants started showing up a lot, and I'm like, what the hell? And I remember every time I would look at that card, the very first thing that would pop into my head, and I know this sounds crazy. What the hell is that? Hold on. Okay, sorry. So every time I would look at that card, the first thing that would pop into my head, and I know this sounds crazy, but because of what that card resembled, the first thing that would pop in my head is the biblical story of Jesus. Now, I was Catholic. Well, I actually was not Catholic. I don't believe I ever was Catholic. But my family tried to bring me up Catholic. So, and that was in my adolescence. And, once I became old enough to think for myself and, question and whatnot, I was no longer Catholic. And they didn't even really want me in their church because I was, that annoying girl who was like all of 8 years old, and the priest would be talking. And then he would end, and you're supposed to, put our hands together, bow, and pray. Instead, I'm raising my hand going, but wait a minute. That makes no sense. So I used to get in very much trouble. I got kicked out of CCD, and I wasn't doing anything that was, horrendous. I was just questioning, and I guess that wasn't allowed. Mm-hmm. But, Jesus is not within my energy, I should say. But every time I would look at him, it would remind me of the story on how, he supposedly sacrificed himself for, other people's sins, I think is how it goes. And something deep inside me always knew that the torment, everything that I have to go through, doesn't fall under the typical law of attraction. It's different. And it's hard for me to explain, but I always knew that, the suffering and whatnot was going to be able to help many as I got older. my stories, my strength, you know, being able to help younger girls, you know, who are homeless and who have been sexually abused, who has been beaten, and, you know, drugs and stuff like that. I could work as that in between, you know. I can talk to them on their level, and I can reach them, most importantly. So that's why it always reminded me of that. So looking back and whatnot, I don't even know how I got on this topic. I really don't anymore. But looking back, wow, I can't even, that's crazy. Okay. Anyways, let me just carry on before I totally just have a brain freeze with you guys. So, anyways, those are my papers. The Tangible Changes is now, well, has been for a little bit now, but I have the actual, you know, certificates that show, you know, it's an accredited school, and I myself am an accredited and registered holistic practitioner. And you know, something really, really bothered me and hurt me too. And this hasn't been something I'm kind of dealing with and trying to move through so that it just doesn't affect me. But you know, instead of a specific somebody being proud of your achievements, having to go ahead and doubt you and, you know, be devious about, you know, trying to find out if Tangible Changes was indeed accredited. And this is a person that I trusted, and then the way they did about it was just so rude and uncalled for. And it was in a way in which it seemed like they were trying to sabotage. But I'm not even going to get into that. I'm over it. But alright, guys. And always know, too, if there's any other questions, anything that, you know, you guys might need advice or guidance, you do not have to, you know, go and purchase a reading to get advice and to talk to me by any means. If there's anything anyone needs to talk about, just hit me up with a message and I'll help you in every way possible. So in love, guys. Take care.